Have you ever had a teacher with literally no common sense? My 6th grade teacher, Mrs. Patterson, called CPS on my parents because I brought inappropriate lunch items to school every day for 3 weeks. The inappropriate items: sushi, homemade spring rolls, and Korean bibimbap my mom packed with love. Mrs. Patterson was convinced these strange foreign foods were evidence of neglect and that my parents were forcing me to eat expired fish and uncooked vegetables. The CPS investigation traumatized my family, cost my dad his security clearance at work, and nearly destroyed my parents' marriage before a social worker finally explained that sushi is, in fact, supposed to be raw. My mom is Korean American and an amazing cook. She'd wake up at 5 a.m. every morning to prepare elaborate lunches, beautifully arranged bento boxes with California rolls, fresh spring rolls, and bibimbap with all the traditional toppings. She even added handwritten notes and smiley faces in soy sauce packets. I was the envy of kids whose moms packed bologna sandwiches in plastic baggies. Mrs. Patterson, a 60-year-old woman who taught at our rural Missouri school for 30 years, believed anything that wasn't meat and potatoes, American food, was weird and probably dangerous. The problem started my first week of 6th grade. I opened my lunch to reveal my mom's incredible California rolls. Mrs. Patterson, supervising lunch duty, marched over immediately. "What is that?" she demanded, staring at my lunch like it was radioactive. "Sushi," I said proudly. "My mom made it this morning." Her face contorted. "Raw fish? Your mother is sending you to school with raw fish?" I explained California rolls don't contain raw fish, but she had already made up her mind. She confiscated my entire lunch and gave me backup crackers from the nurse's office. Next day, spring rolls. Fresh vegetables wrapped in rice paper. Uncooked vegetables wrapped in plastic? Even worse, she shrieked, holding one up like it was evidence in a murder trial. What kind of mother sends this? I tried to explain that rice paper is edible, but she wouldn't listen. She marched me to the principal and insisted someone contact my parents immediately. By week 3, I brought bibimbap, rice, sautéed vegetables, and a fried egg. "This is it," she declared. "Raw vegetables, strange sauces, an uncooked egg." She confiscated my lunch again and gave me more crackers. That afternoon, she called my parents for a serious discussion. My mom tried explaining Korean cuisine and even offered recipes or to demonstrate food safety in person, but Mrs. Patterson cut her off. "I've been teaching for 30 years. I know dangerous food when I see it." When my dad tried reasoning with her, she became even more convinced we were hiding something. 2 days later, a CPS social worker arrived for an emergency wellness check. Mrs. Patterson had filed a formal complaint alleging I was being fed expired, uncooked foods. The social worker, Ms. Rodriguez, interviewed me and toured the kitchen. My mom, mortified and barely holding back tears, showed her everything. Fresh ingredients, spotless counters, and even demonstrated how she prepared sushi with sashimi-grade fish. "Mrs. Kim," she said, "this is beautiful. Fresh food. Sushi is served across America." But the damage was done. CPS triggered a review of my dad's security clearance. He was forced onto unpaid leave for 6 weeks while investigators cleared him. My mom stopped cooking Korean food entirely, afraid anything unusual would spark more complaints. She packed me basic American lunches, sandwiches, chips, and juice boxes. Dad, under stress, began drinking. The man who'd never touched alcohol started coming home with beer every night, furious that his career had been threatened over homemade lunches. Their marriage nearly fell apart. The investigation closed after 8 weeks when Ms. Rodriguez confirmed my parents were exemplary caregivers providing nutritious, culturally appropriate meals. Mrs. Patterson never apologized. When my parents met the principal, she still insisted she acted to protect me. The principal supported her, until my dad brought Korean food literature and pointed out the school itself served sushi on International Food Day. Mrs. Patterson was quietly reassigned to another grade, but never admitted wrongdoing. I finished 6th grade eating boring sandwiches. Even 20 years later, my mom still asks if my food choices are too Korean when we eat out together.